What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are good and safe. Now, the coronavirus has got everyone a little bit worried about life and how we're going to move forward as, a nation, as, a global population, not just country to country. And one thing that's important to everybody is music. And since a lot of countries in the last couple of weeks have decided to lock down and, basically tell people to not go to work, not go to school, etc., etc., it's had a very big effect on music streaming services. If you like hip hop news, reviews and interviews, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. You know that one's there. And press that notification bell so you can be up to date every single time I drop a brand new video for you guys. Oh yeah, leave a like as well while you're at it. That was moving back. It's also had a massive effect on the entire music industry. And with Apple Music and Spotify already saying that streaming numbers are already down, that was already an important sign that people, I think, have underestimated. I think a lot of people thought, oh, well, we're inside, we're not going to be going out, so we'll just listen to music. But that's not the case. A lot of people might watch a film, go on Netflix, I think the TV aspect industry will go up of what we currently exist. But even TV will have to slow down in their productions as well. Even in the UK, EastEnders, the show that's on, I think it's 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. They even had to say they're only showing 2 a week because a lot of TV is filmed at least 6 weeks in advance. So a lot of the time, they're going to have to slow that production down to make up just in case they run out of shows. But with the music industry, a lot of people are worried. A lot of music that is supposed to be coming out might not actually come out because the artist might have not filmed the video and that video was scheduled to happen in, this time throughout March. A lot of campaigns, a lot of promo would have been going around. A lot of artists that have to, go face to face and do interviews like what we do when we're on the channel. Like when artists come to see me and talk about their music, it's exactly the same thing, right? That's not going to happen now. So if you can't sell your music through maybe a face to face meet up on the interview or in a video, how is that going to even work, without the music there? Now, some artists, like The Weeknd, for example, he can get away with that because he's quite a mysterious person. And he's a big artist, so the music speaks for himself. Even someone like Childish Gambino, who just dropped recently, can do exactly the same thing because then we're not waiting for an interview with them. You know what I mean? We don't really, people would love to see that, but the music does the talking. But for some artists who are maybe at a smaller level, it's not gonna, work out like that. On top of that, a lot of the people who work behind the scenes at the labels, PR companies, etc., etc., they are also working from home. So they're not going to be able to have the meetings, or if they are, it's not the same level of quality meetings because they're going to all be done online, not face to face. Now, that still happens, currently before coronavirus became so big because some people would be international, would have to do, Skype calls or Discord or whatever they use, even Zoom now. That's what everyone seems to be using. But it is not the same when you can't really work with your team on something for one reason or another. Another key thing that we got to talk about is the fact that touring. Now, touring is something that is so key for especially independent artists, but even artists in general, because most of the time, that is where artists make their money. That's where they make their coin, their bank, whatever you want to call it, their dollars, their euro, their pounds, whatever. That is how they make it. And they aren't going to be able to do that either because gigs, they've been locked off. A lot of social aspects are gone. And that is the part which is scary for some artists because if people are, looking for something a show, a gig that they want to do, they can't do that anymore because, well, they don't want to risk getting infected themselves and they can't risk. Imagine having a coronavirus outbreak at your favorite rapper, singer, producer's gig. It's a bit of an L. You know what I'm saying? So they can't do that anymore. So many things have been affected, even for DJs. Like Mixcloud and others like streaming services for DJs have come out and said that, if you're a select user, which is more like a premium user, they will waiver their fees, which they take and, give all the money to DJs because DJs can't get gigs. Why? Because the nightclubs are closed down. So when it comes to the music industry, just as much as the TV and the film industry and all those type of creative industries, a lot of people are either slowing down what they can do, doing what they can do, but some people are not making money outright. And freelancers and people who are self-employed, which is a lot of creatives, are suffering as well because a lot of governments are paying for people in employed work, but they're not necessarily going to be paying for people who are self-employed, because that's a different ball game. And in the UK, a lot of people are trying to, get self-employed people some rights and some privileges during this coronavirus experience. But is that going to happen? I don't know. So that's why the music industry is affected heavily, and there's probably some points that I completely missed and have gone over my head, but I wanted to get this video out because I thought to myself, what are the changes that are actually going to be made, and how is it going to be different for so many people? But if you're affected, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this whole situation? Have you, even if you're just a random person who doesn't necessarily be part of the creative field, how have you listened to music, or have you been listening to a lot of music since you've been quarantined in your house? Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well for more news, reviews and interviews, and even some music analysis as time goes on. Thank you guys for listening / watching if you're looking at the pictures. I'll see you again for another video sometime soon. Peace.